Barkada first. Northerly a length and a half away second. Hanging in badly again. Sent Home is close up on his inside with Chattanooga. Then a break to Amalfi, who's made ground. Long break behind these horses then to Old Comrade, A Mission, Little Dozer and Mr. Murphy. Barkada all the way. Scott Seamer's done it again. He gave him a lovely breather mid-race and then scooted away. He railed like a greyhound and he set up about 4 lengths on them. And although he was getting a little tired on the line, Barkada has got home. Lee Freedman and Scott Seamer taking out the CF4 Stakes. Photo finish in which Northerly will get second and third Sent Home. So it's 9, 1 and 4. 9, 1 and 4 in the 77th CF4 Stakes, with 4th place going to number 6 Chattanooga. Well, 124.61 time there, 9, 1 and 4. Barkada makes it 5 in a row for 3-year-olds in this race.
OK, Greg, leaving it there as we go straight down to Andrew Bensley.
Lee Freedman with us here. Congratulations, as Greg Miles has said it. The 3-year-olds do it for the 5th straight year.
Yeah, he's been a revelation, this horse, you know, for a horse that's had a wind operation. We knew we'd get the lead today, and it panned out really well. The only risk I said to my brother coming to the corner was when he lets him down, he won't handle the ground, but he actually gapped them when they straightened and it was all over.
Kicked at the 200, got that 3 or 4 length break. You could see Northerly was right, and well, the group was right and truly under pressure there.
Yeah, I think in weight for age racing, though, when the 3-year-olds have a little bit of advantage at the weights, hard fit, you can use the horse a bit more to try and drag the good horse off the bit as early as we could, and then they're chasing in that ground. It's always going to be difficult.
You say the horse has surprised you. Where do you want to go through the autumn with Barkada?
Oh, I think we'll just keep him fresh now and running the futurity. You know, he's got an outstanding record at Caulfield, and now he's won the Ore easily. I think on a better track he'd probably go even better.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, because I spoke to Michael before the race, and as you said, the only query was the ground.
Yeah, some concern. I mean, we ran him down the straight on a deteriorating dead track that was probably closer to slow, and he's a little disappointing that day, and then turned it around on the dead track at Sandown his next run. But obviously it was probably more the straight than the ground itself.
Can Joao make it a back-to-back in the next?
I hope so, but this is pretty good.
I reckon it would be, Group 1. And S. Seamer again. Lee Freedman joining us there after the win of Barkada in the Group 1 CF4 Stakes.
Oh, just amazing. Scotty Seamer, let's savour another Group 1 winning moment as he returns aboard a horse who's just risen to prominence. He's a nice style, as you can see, a bay horse who's by Spectrum, a young sire based up at Yarram and Stud in the Hunter Valley. Rainbow Questline horse. Smashing looking horse himself, Spectrum, and he's really thrown it with this horse who's out of a mare by the late great Masco. What a wonderful broodmare influence his being. 11 career starts have now yielded 6 wins, 3 minor placings, and another Group 1 win for the Guree team. That's their second set of colours. The Guree team rose to prominence back last year when winning with Mr. Murphy in the Australian Guineas. Andrew Baddock leads it back for the Guree team. And there he is, the Star of the West, right behind. Another Group 1 for Scott Seamer. No stopping that man. S. Seamer is there, Larry Olsen, as we come to you for the late mail.
Racing in the Ore, down on the inside, Barkada beat them out. Little Dozer and Mr. Murphy began well, Northerly away with them. Chattanooga going around the outside from Sent Home, and further back in the race, A Mission, Old Comrade, and last of all, Amalfi when they settle. And Barkada got the lead easily over the top of the hill, led by a length and a half to Mr. Murphy. Sent Home has gone up on the inside of Chattanooga. Back in the middle is Little Dozer, a length and a half to 2 to Northerly, 3/4 A Mission, 2 lengths further back, Old Comrade, and Amalfi last of all, coming down the side of the 1,000. And the leader is Barkada, nearly a length in front. Second is Mr. Murphy on the outside. They're followed further back by Sent Home and Chattanooga behind those Little Dozer. Then on the outside is Northerly's about 4.5 lengths off them, sitting about 5 wide off the track, a length and a half further back, A Mission. They're followed by Old Comrade, and Amalfi went up on the inside at the 600 metre mark, and the leader Barkada, 3/4 Mr. Murphy and Chattanooga. Here's Northerly coming around the outside. Sent Home behind those. Further back was Little Dozer as they make the turn, and Barkada gets away 2.5 in front of Mr. Murphy. Chattanooga, Northerly into the clear down the middle, but he gives the leader a good 5-length start, and Barkada's a mile out in front of the 300 metre mark. He's 6 in front of Northerly. Chattanooga, Sent Home, then Amalfi with a late run. Barkada out 3 in front. Northerly starting to come after him with Chattanooga. Barkada still with a big lead. Sent Home, Northerly are trying to reach him. Barkada all the way. The 3-year-old does it, and Barkada wins a length and 3/4 in the run home. Might be Northerly a nose in front of Sent Home. Northerly racing erratically near the line behind them. Chattanooga Chattanooga. Then further back Amalfi, a gap in the race, Old Comrade, followed by a Mission. Well back Little Dozer, and Mr. Murphy is last of all.
9 Bacata, double for Scott Seamer, 480 the win, 170 the place. Photo the Miners, 1 Northerly, 130, 4 Sent Home, 190.
Again on Bacata, he whipped away on the home turn, set up a big break on them. Had a huge break at the 280, 300 metre mark. Northerly again was just proving to be difficult to ride out when put down under pressure outside Chattanooga and Sent Home. Those three were battling out and trying to pick up this leader. He's got second, Northerly, and Sent Home has got third and Chattanooga fourth. But the 3-year-old controlled the race, got a soft lead as we thought he might. Mr. Murphy, the stablemate, dropped off before the turn, but he zipped away, and despite the fact he was easy on the track here for the Freedmans, Bacata has won with Scott Seamer, who's had an absolute stellar Group 1 season, and Michael...
All right, they're at the start now, Ascot. Sabre Chief the favourite, 210 the win, 104 for the place. First off, Newcastle.
1 second up, hasn't won 1400, but a great racehorse, who's to say can't break those hoodoos today. 390 and 150, and number 8 Nanny Maroon, 540 and 180. This race last year won by Sunline, and in 2000 Sunline was successful. They're at the gates and they'll be coming forward shortly. So from the top, $4 Tie the Knot, 160 the place, 550, 190 number 8 Nanny Maroon, and 240, 140 number 9, and that is Ha Ha. Previous race, 1, 2, 5, 6. Lonhro beat Athens, Moon Flute 6/4. The previous to that, You Had Your Warning, the third Emerging Star, the second Fleecing. Honey Rider won the first of the day. Now getting close to starting time for the Quasar Constructions Apollo Stakes. 97,500 of the winners. Connections here of a race at Group 2 of 150,000. And they're coming into line, and Freemason and Corey Brown link in at the head of proceedings. Referral coming up. Got a few veterans in this one. We've got Tie the Knot at 7. Referral 7. El Marada at 7. The baby, of course, the only 3-year-old in the race, the filly Ha Ha. Tremendous interest in her run this afternoon, outside of the fact that she's favourite. She, of course, went so badly the other day, but excuses at Warwick Farm. Fairway coming in now. He had a gallop between races at Rose Hill last Saturday. Great to see him back. El Marada's in. And only 4 horses to come in, and the great Tie the Knot, one of them. In he goes. The Pride of Scone, Nanny Maroon, or Nanny Maroon as she's called, coming up now. Ha Ha, Saddlecloth 9, about to walk in. And Sail of Century in the Dufficy colours, the green and black checks, will be the last forward for race number 6. 230 Ha Ha, 390 Tie the Knot, and 590 for Nanny Maroon. They're set. Racing in the Apollo Stakes, and Freemason drops out last in company with Sail of Century, and Ha Ha, ridden hard by Cassidy, is going to lead, but there's Fairway. By golly, he's showing a great turn of speed, first up for such a long time, and Fairway, I'd say opening up now 3/4 of a length on Ha Ha. 2.5 lengths to Huge Demand, and then another 2 lengths off to El Marada. Referral, Tie the Knot. Nanny Maroon is out 3 and 4 wide from Freemason, and last out a conspicuous last Sail of Century coming to the side. And at the 800, the leader is Fairway, about a length on Ha Ha, 2.5 to Huge Demand. It's a muddling run race from El Marada. Referral, Nanny Maroon very wide out from Tie the Knot. On the fence is Freemason, and 2 lengths Sail of Century. Fairway leads for Darren Beatman, 500 to go. 3/4 of a length the favourite, Ha Ha, 2.5 Huge Demand. Wider out is El Marada from Referral, Tie the Knot, Nanny Maroon from Freemason, and Sail of Century homeward bound in the Apollo, and Ha Ha on the outside does better than Fairway. El Marada and Huge Demand are running good races, and Tie the Knot is not far away, in need of a run. Jimmy Cassidy goes for the favourite Ha Ha, and the 3-year-old filly, she responds, she raced away. Oh, isn't she great? Ha Ha put 3 El Marada, Tie the Knot getting home late, but that's a breeze for Ha Ha. Ha Ha wins the Apollo from either El Mirada or Tie the Knot, and then Huge Demand. Sale of Century, Freemason, Nanny Maroon Referral, and Fairway simply ran out of condition and finished last. Oh, what about that acceleration over the last 100 metres? Oh, that's the Ha Ha we know. 9 Ha Ha, ridden by J.A. Cassidy, has been able to score, and in New South Wales 220 and 130. Isn't she a grand filly? Gee, we look at this Doncaster handicap, and if they all line up, the Sunlines, the Lonros, the Ha Ha's, etc., etc., this will be the Doncaster of the decade. Number 9, Ha Ha. Well, mate, let me rephrase that. It'll be the Doncaster of, say, the last 20 years. But anyway, there's a lot of water to flow. Number 5 has run second here, El Mirada, ridden by Brian York, and number 1 is third, and that is Tie the Knot, ridden by Patrick Payne. Fourth went to number 7, Huge Demand. So 9 Ha Ha, 220, 130. Number 5, El Mirada, 220. Number 1, Tie the Knot, 150. Fourth, number 7. The first 4 was 248.90. Quinella 13.40. Exacta 19.10. Trifecta $57.10. Ha Ha, trained by Gay Waterhouse, having a wonderful day. Gay by Dane Hill from Very Droll. Raced by John and Julie Singleton's Strawberry Hill Stud Syndicate in partnership with Mr. and Mrs. Rob Ferguson. She's now had 18 starts for 8 wins, 4 seconds and 3/3. And today she's won 97,500. Add that to the 2.883 million that she'd amassed prior to today, and she is really a wonderful filly. Tie the Knot, great run, and Chipping Norton Stakes. Can he make it 4 in a row? He might well do next Saturday. El Mirada battled on well, and the Fairway showed speed fresh, but weakened right out of it. All honours to the filly in race number 6 here, the Quasar Constructions Apollo Stakes.
Yeah, ultra impressive, wasn't she? Ha Ha, just a winning time to be confirmed from the track. Gay Waterhouse there with Julie Singleton and Rob Ferguson. The Singletons and the Fergusons and the Rose family racing Ha Ha in partnership. Bouncing back after that lacklustre return, where it was well documented there was some excuses, and she had to trial to the satisfaction of stewards after that light fingers run. The Swettenham Stud Stakes, not too far away at Cheltenham. It's the 6th race on the card at Group 2 status, and a bit more than $250,000 is up for grabs. Regal Kiss is the tote favourite. Eagle Farm, we have today from Adelaide, the Cheltenham Group 2 Swettenham Stud Stakes. We have Correct Weight at Randwick, and Ha Ha proving too good for El Mirada and Tie the Knot. So Correct Weight is there as we take you to Cheltenham for the Group 2.
Great race, the best fillies and mares we've assembled in SA for some time, I'm told reliably by people more experienced than me. And Umaline, last year's winner, has just moved in with the aid of a blindfold. She was 30 to 1 last year and she's 20s this year. 270 for number 12, Regal Kiss. Firm favourite on track. Second pick on course is 3, Miss Powerbird. Then it's 5, Susie Gray, and 10, True Jewels. So the Swettenham Stud Stakes field comes forward. Regal Kiss is now ready in 3. Cosmic Strike in the market. Cosmic Strike. Big overs on the TAB, 1950. There's double figure odds on track, admittedly, but certainly, about half that. Not quite half. 280 Regal Kiss. True Jewels comes forward. The last win was the Blue Diamond Stakes. Agalia going in. Shea Spice has gone off. Oh, she's kicking Shea Spice. They're trying to open the gate. She's out now. She's come out behind the gate, or behind the line. She was very agitated in there, and they weren't going to grab hold of her. Just open that back gate and let her out. Now, coming up, Agalia. Good racing tomorrow in the southeast of South Australia at Naracoorte. Terrific day there. Down in the southeast for Naracoorte racing tomorrow. 7-event program. It's a big theme day. They're expecting about 3,000 people to turn up tomorrow at Naracoorte. Now, Shea Spice is undergoing a vet's examination. And the day features the Ratton Bully Winemakers. The Summer Cup is the feature event on the program. Ratton Bully district there in the southeast. Now, Shea Spice still undergoing the vet's examination, and she's gone well away from the line. The others are in and standing well. Magic Millions race won by Milkshake. Terrific win in 1:13.73, 35.06 the home time. And he overpowered them to win running away. From Rachel's Pride, which was a great effort, was expecting the betting Rachel's Pride long odds in. Wyndham Glory ran the equal favourite on track with It's Houdini, which was never in the race. Shay Spice looks as though she's been passed fit to run by the vet. Dr. Rob Robinson, I think, is officiating today. She goes in again, Shay Spice, and they're ready to run. Bit of a tailwind. This is the Swettenham Stud Stakes. Umaline, last year's winner. Group 2 events. Well, and they're racing now. And from the inside, Lady Wild stood there and missed it. First away, Regal Kiss with Cosmic Strike, Raja Lane and True Jules, a line of 4. And Shay Spice is whizzing over from the outside to make a line of 5. Here goes Empress Waltz, one of the roughies, up towards the lead. And then Agalia getting back in the field now, Umaline, who's racing one off the fence on its outside, La Lagoon from Miss Powerbird, Hamster Jazz. Then Susie Gray, and last of all is Lady Belvedere. 800 metres to go, and Hamster Jazz are rather going to the lead. Empress Waltz a length in front. Second is Shay Spice. Third, Agalia. Fourth place just behind them, Raja Lane. And then came True Jules. G. Regal Kiss has got buried back on the rails from La Lagoon, Cosmic Strike, and then Miss Powerbird wider out. Holder's got to get busy on this favourite, Regal Kiss. She's behind traffic. True Jules, the Blue Diamond winner, in front of her. Then Lady Wild and taken to the outside, Susie Gray. Around the turn, the leader is Empress Waltz, being challenged by Agalia, Shay Spice. Then on the outside, coming at them strongly, Raja Lane. Regal Kiss into the clear, bumping with La Lagoon, and Susie Gray down the outside. Susie Gray's raced up and taken the lead. Regal Kiss is trying to run her down, but that's a forlorn task. Susie Gray wins the Swettenham Stud Stakes well. Susie Gray by a length and a half. I think Regal Kiss held second. Most unlucky. Look at one of the Perth runners flying. Lady Belvedere got third wide out, in fact, in a photo for second, and Umaline ran on. Then Agalia followed home by True Jules, La Lagoon from Miss Powerbird. Then Lady Wild, Shay Spice, Hamster Jazz, Empress Waltz, Cosmic Strike pulled up well behind the others. Susie Gray, with his powerhouse finish, maintains an amazing record that Paul Gatt has for the Alan Bailey stable. He's had 4 rides for the stable for 4 wins. 2 of them on this mare and 2 on Point Danger. Second's a lot closer than it looks. I'll stick with Regal Kiss on the inside, but it will be a margin of a nose. And indeed, it is on the big screen now, and you can see that Regal Kiss has got second. She had trouble getting clear running. Holder elected to hand up, but they were coming over quickly from wide out. One of her stablemate, Shay Spice, and then Empress Waltz just let go in the early stages, and that changed the total complexion of the race. I think it's brought her undone. She can't come from behind Susie Gray and beat her. And Regal Kiss certainly, although beaten, was gallant in defeat. Paul Gatt with his flourish of the whip after the line today. 5-12-2-1 on the Swettenham.
Okay, Hilton. Alan Bailey collects a winning double along with Paul Gatt on the program. Dividends on screen. Just awaiting Super Tab, and there has an apology with the ACT line for Super Tab. There will be some delays. The first for New South Wales has paid $1,511.20. with number 1 in 4th. Caulfield, Alf Matthews, give us some joy. Is it joie for your late mail?
Certainly is enjoying its racing, and gee, looks $1 million. Joie, I've got it on top. I think it's drawn perfectly here, even with the scratching. It's come from out wider. Barrier 7. I think it's just absolutely perfect. It'll race right up on the speed. Scott Seamer, well, nobody can stop him. I've put in Debrief. I've changed these around a little bit because I did have Prince Rubiton in. I've excluded him now. 3 Debrief, looks very fit. Hasn't raced since November, and I expect a very forward showing. Again, drawn barrier 11 with nice speed. Probably get caught out 3 or 4 horses, but most of these horses are racing well off the fence, and it'll only be 3, maybe 4 deep, and I don't think that's a problem. Looks very fit and will run well. Number 11, the Adelaide Visitor, El Diablo. I won't elaborate because Andrew will interview that trainer shortly. Nice looking individual, strong, handles soft ground, dead ground, drawn perfectly, will race forward, include it, and does represent value. Number 7, Roxar, is a horse that races just off the speed, looks particularly well for a first up tilt here. Glenn Boss in the saddle for Lentrelaw, and is a first up winner here over the 1200 on slow ground. 9 Joie ahead of 3 Debrief, 11 El Diablo, 7 Roxar, as Andrew Bensley speaks with Jeremy Gask.
The trainer of the 11 El Diablo here, a horse that you've brought across with a bit of a reputation from Adelaide, Jeremy.
Yes, Andrew, he's done all he can at the moment, so he probably's earned a crack at these.
He gets along pretty quick. You've drawn sort of 9 today. Where do you press forward and just show that normal speed?
I think we'll probably go forward. It's hard to tell. He was a little bit fresh the last start, but I would say that he will go forward. He showed a surprising amount of speed last start. So.
Has he promised something or to be something from the moment you got him?
Absolutely. Yes. No, he's always showed plenty of ability. He's not. We've had a few problems with him, but I think if we can get him right, I think he's a very good horse.
Well, bringing him across to on a significant day like today, good race. You're meeting a few handy ones, particularly Joie from the Freedman stable. What are you expecting?
Look, it's a huge ask for the horse. It's only his fourth start, so you've got to say that we have thrown him in the deep end. But he can swim. So we're just hoping that he can acquit himself well, and we'll reassess things if he doesn't, but I think that he'll acquit himself very well.
All right. Good luck to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, mate. Jeremy Ganska there, the trainer of El Diablo, number 11. It has had specking on track number 11. Of the other ones here, Prince Rubiton, surprisingly, because of the wet condition, has had a little bit of support, and Joie, number 9, Brendan, it's the favourite, but has been easy on track.
Andrew, Eagle Farm ratings, if you'd like to jot these down for the next race. Mukatan 7 on top from 3 Matty's Girl, then Valletta Flyer and Court Cobain. It's 7, 3, 1 and 4. The market looks this way as we head trackside to Caulfield.
And we've got about 4 in the gates here for the JRA Stakes. And the favourite is Joie. Scotty Seamer going for 3 in a row. Led all the way on Barcata in the previous to post his 9th Group 1 success, 8 of them having come in this season. He's won a total of some 23 Group enlisted races. Scott riding the crest of that wave. Northerly, I understand, returned to pre-race irregularity as well as the other little problems that he had before the start of the race, but Mr. Kersley told the stewards there's no problem as far as that was concerned. Nearly ready. Desert Sky, who won the CF4 last year, is coming up. As a 3-year-old, he took it out like Barcata, and Barcata's following in his hoof prints. He's to run in the Futurity as well. Trying for that double. Desert Sky and Roxar to get set. Northerly continuing on the path of the St George and the Australian Cup. Nothing really went his way today. Pre-race irregularity, I'm told, and that flip over in the parade ring. Raced 4 wide. Can only improve, one would think, on what he did today. Desert Sky has moved in. Field looks ready now for the JRA. They're set 1100. All clear. Racing. Joie jumped okay with Roxar, Rum Paternal. Tallydane got away well. El Diablo flew away. And after going 100 metres, he led by 2 or 3 lengths to Joie, and Tallydane pushing up along the rail. A length to Aragon's out wide, followed then by Prince Rubiton, and handy to them as Rum showing some pace. Half a length then to Paternal on the inside, and then Go On Spending, Debrief, Roxar. 2 lengths further back in the field up the side of the course is Lolita Star, and Hurricane Sky can't keep in touch. He's 5 lengths away. El Diablo setting a fast run to the turn, led by over 2 lengths Tallydane, Joie and Arrogance. A length to Brief coming around the outside of Prince Rubiton, and they're followed then by Go On Spending and Lolita Star. El Diablo came to the turn with about a length advantage over Tallydane, Prince Rubiton. Joie can't go on. Down the outside Arrogance and then Debrief. El Diablo at the 200 led Prince Rubiton, who's starting to stoke up now. Prince Rubiton raced up to El Diablo. They fight the race out. Prince Rubiton's going home the better. He takes the lead, and Prince Rubiton beat El Diablo by a length. Arrogance has got 3rd in front of Tallydane and Debrief, and then Paternal. Hurricane Sky has picked up a few. He's finished around midfield. Behind him was Lolita Star and Roxar, and then Go On Spending. A long break to Rum, and Joie's put in probably the worst run of her career. She's run last. Prince Rubiton has got the money. $5.70 and $2 beating El Diablo at $2.30. And Aragon's to pay $5.30 on Super Tab. It's 4, 11 and 8, the numbers, 4, 11 and 8. Prince Rubiton with the tongue tie coming off today, having his first start since New Year's Day. It rained on the day that day, made the track slippery, and he didn't handle it. But on this dead track, bordering on the worst side of dead, he's still been able to get through that ground okay. He's in fact had 2 dead track starts, and he's won them both. The other, incidentally, was here at Caulfield over the 1,200 metres. He's a lot better on dry ground, but he certainly had enough on them today to win in strong style. El Diablo taking his Adelaide form here. He's turned a terrific run, showed all his pace, got round the turn well. He's run a game second, and Aragon's third. Numbers on the JRA are 4, 11 and 8 in the time of 1:4.06.
And just repeating that News 3 Super Tab, the line to the ACT is down, hence delays on Quinnella's trifectas. New South Wales, the Quinella 1910 exacta 33.40, and trifectas through first 4, number 10 in 4th position. Andrew Bensley, as we come back your way, 3,408.
Okay, Brendan, we're here with Brian Mayfield-Smith. Well, turns around, I guess, a disappointing start with Innovation Girl.
Yeah, it was disappointing, and you know, I mean, I suppose that went as right as the first went bad, you know. So, you know, I mean, a beautiful run the race. She was perfectly ridden, came out at the right time, and you know, got to the post and finished it off well.
How did you feel on this track? Was that a small doubt earlier on?
I was a bit worried, but when I seen the winner of Storming Bay's race that I was in, the Sandown Stakes, yeah, I took a lot of confidence from that, because it came across and sat on the fence and kicked away with 60 kilos. So I wasn't worried about the track after that.
And just quickly, Innovation Girl, you've pulled the plug there and go for a spell?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're just torching her. She had to have a nice run today. I've had a few setbacks. I mean, I've got my back to the wall with her, and I think if you backed her up after a hard run today, you're just torching the animal, and I'm not into that.
No. All right, well done, Brian.
Thanks.
Thanks, mate. Brian Mayfield-Smith, trainer of Prince Rubiton. Brendan winning the JRA Stakes here at Caulfield.
You can hear it in the voice, can't you? Brian's very much the horse always comes first, and he's done the right thing. Now at Eagle Farm, number 16... which is Shout Us All, Terry Tri.
Racing, Desert Sky, Debrief, Aragon's away quickly with Go On Spending. Diablo away very fast as Adelaide Galloper and took it up out wide from Joie settling down. Tully Dane behind those from Aragon, some run further back Prince Rubiton. Then paternally outside Go On Spending from Debrief, Rockstar, Lolita Star and Desert Sky last of all. Diablo crossed down to the rail, a length and a half in front of Tully Dane, and ahead the outside would have been Joie. 2 lengths further back Prince Rubiton fourth, Aragon's is fifth, a length into Umrum. Then Go On Spending, Debrief is out deep, further back Paternal, 1 Rockstar, Lolita Star and 6 lengths to Desert Sky. On the turn, Diablo straightened up 2.5 to Tully Dane and Joie. Then Aragon's from Debrief when they turn from Prince Rubiton. Around the turn now, Diablo the leader, about 3/4 Tully Dane. Then Prince Rubiton, Joie's gone. Down the middle, Aragon's from Paternal. Then Debrief on the inside, Diablo in front, Prince